Hello there.
Now you're gonna have your liver cut out.
Really, on a scale of 1 to 10, you are an 11.
You are correct! Yeah! Let's do it! Yeah, yeah.
Welcome in. Good morning. So today, yeah, I'm gonna try and set up Mondays to be kind of like an organization day. Basically gonna plan my week, I think, on Mondays. It'll be very helpful to just kind of formalize this process, and using Mondays to do so, I think, is a good approach. So what does that mean? Well, so glad I asked. I'm going to be using a software called Obsidian to essentially plan the week ahead. Now, this software I've been using for almost 2 years, actually more than 2 years. Has it been 2 years? And so, essentially, this software has been crucial to my organization of just in general, you know, what I want to do with my life, with my day, with my week, with my month. I make daily notes every single day. And so this is what my daily note looks like. And yeah, we're just going to kind of walk through the process. If anybody's interested in how to set this stuff up, I can point you in the right direction. But for the most part, just kind of going to be using Mondays to help block out what I want to do with my week. As well as doing probably some like journaling and just some thinking ahead. But welcome in Garnikin, welcome in Sparky Snickle. Ikion, OCD streaming, yep, pretty much. You just started using Obsidian. Oh, it sucks with Excalibur. Ikion, try, well actually I can't really give you any honest recommendations, but Excalibur, I think is what you were talking about when you said Excalibur. I know there's like ways to embed your drawings, but you'd probably have more experience using a drawing tablet than me. And yeah, you even corrected yourself. Huddle Hill, what's going on? Good morning. But yeah, Ikea, I'm glad you're using this too. Honestly, this software has helped improved a lot of my organization. I could just move my camera real quick here. Without showing too much. Oh no, my camera. There we go. Basically, I have an inbox of every single individual day, so it gets placed in my inbox until I'm ready to organize it. So for example, this particular day, August 11th, I didn't have any general notes. Every day I will generally put like thorough notes in their own document, and then I have like general notes on the day. So this is August 12th right here. So, for example, I want to tell myself to do more augmented reality research. I think augmented reality is going to be the future in terms of gaming, in terms of connecting with people. So I want to spend more time learning how to incorporate augmented reality, like making games in augmented reality. So that's something I basically told myself, and the more I tell myself, the more likely it's going to happen. But what I've done with this day, let's just say August 12th, okay, I've filed away all of that information. I would move that note, and so I have a key binding that organizes my notes into an archive. And so I started using this software in 2021, more specifically September 2021. I know it's kind of hard to see some of this stuff, but in general, I am now using each month as its own folder. So here's January, for example. And each individual day, just clicking a random one here, we can see that I have, used it in that day's just general note-taking, marking some to-do lists. And so just keeping myself organized has been like a really big theme the past year. And this software is what I can thank for that. So other things I could do with this is I can make a Kanban board or a calendar. And so we're going to be taking a look at those and how I can incorporate that into my daily workflow. iPad's been added to your setup. It's hard AF to find note drawing apps that support iOS. Really? Is there Well, I'm not very familiar with a lot of that as like a creative outlet. Usually I'm using mouse and keyboard, so I guess I don't have a very big opinion of Ekion, but I know Photoshop or, the Adobe Suite is always an option. Para Method by Tiago Forte. Let me give it a quick Google search. Right now, I guess you could call what I'm doing the Zettelkasten. So this is the para method. Sounds familiar. Put every piece of information in your life exactly where you need to find it. Ultimate system for organizing your life that is actionable. Project, area, resource, and archive. Yo, what's up, Kay? Good morning. Welcome in. Don't drop that dun-dun-dun. Okay, so just sorting your general information by the projects, by the area, by what resource or topic, archive. Good stuff, man. Yeah, this is just a more visual idea here. So completed projects would go in the archives. Past interests. This is definitely helpful. Key principle is to organize your information by project and goals. Skadoosh! Hey, Vox Magana.
Vox Machina.
Of course, Vox Machina has done
Of
something like
course! It helps connect your goals. That's what we like to see. Alright, well, today, we're kind of going to be playing this by ear, but for those of you just now joining us, I wanted to use Mondays as a way to kind of like flesh out the week, spend, the better part of 2 hours organizing what my week is going to look like. So right here, we have a calendar. And so let's just go ahead and start by setting up the streams into this calendar. I think that'd be a good way to approach it. So this will be stream. Today is what, the 13th? Or is it the 14th? It's the 14th. And then I'll insert template. This is going to be our projects template here. Now, right now, the only template I have is for videos. So I might be making a new template here. So let me open up my template. And I'm just going to make some adjustments. So right now, this Kanban board is specific to videos. So it has ideas to research, to record, to edit, to publish, done. And this is basically what status my, place in a Kanban board is. And I'm sure some of you might be scratching your head like, what is a Kanban board? So this is what a Kanban board looks like. This one, ironically, is using the template, so I'm going to ignore that. But I have multiple categories here, and I can organize it. And this is using Obsidian, so another software that might use this would be Trello. And so we have ideas, research, and more. So I think I want to organize this in a little bit more of a generic fashion. Hey, Wet Noodle, what's happening? Good morning. Thursday, conquer the world. Friday, order somebody to clean the bathroom. Yeah, hey, that sounds like a weekly agenda to me. So the Kanban board is useful for tracking tasks. So, for example, I might place all of my streams into to record. So let's go ahead and do that. I think that would be a good use of our time. So first of all, I'm going to go to stream 18, try and figure out why this is breaking. So it looks like when I made it, I didn't make the template correctly. I'm just going to delete this. We'll try recreating a new one. We'll do new note from template, and we'll just use the same one we have been using, and now I'm getting the correct prompts. So this is using a lot of behind the scenes coding, things that I already set up. This will be stream 8:14. More specifically, we'll want to do, in case I'm streaming, like on August 14th of next year, you want to put the date in there too. So in terms of like what my stream is, this information, I'm not going to be using any of it. So I'll probably want to re-edit this. So what do we usually do in a stream? Well, we definitely need a title. So I'm going to just remove things that don't need to be there. My hook, probably don't need that for stream either. Structure, this is going to be like, what do we want to accomplish? We'll probably add category. Game category. So for example, most times it's going to be the software development. Kind of surprised at how large some of this text is by comparison. We can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, welcome in everybody. We're just doing some organization today. I'll be talking through like, my hopes for the week, as well as, using this software called Obsidian. So if it's something you're interested in, the software is completely free. There are enhancements that you can add to it. I've added quite a few. For those of you that want to explore specific parts of the software, I can point you in the right direction, but in general, just going to be organizing my week ahead. So, title of the stream for today. And I don't think that's the name of the software, or name of the game category. Might as well get the correct one. Software and game development. How can I make this a little bit more specific? What do we want to accomplish? Top 3 priorities. Now there should be a command that allows me to sync the title. File name heading sync. Sync heading to file name Alt-Y. Well, I went the wrong way. This is supposed to be... Hey Nervex, how's it going? Welcome in. It's now Alt-Y. Alt-Y. There we go. So basically it's automatically syncing the name of my file to whatever headings right here. So top 3 priorities. I'll just set up a simple to-do list here. Number 3. Hashtags are something I haven't really incorporated, but basically tagging your work. So we can see here I have a list. These are allowing me to organize basically folders, if you will. So for example, if anything has the plot tag, I now have a clickable directory of like everything that I've used that hashtag in, which is helpful. I haven't personally set up most things with it. But yeah, we're gonna set up priorities here. Okay, what else? We'll do notes from stream. We'll have maybe links from stream. So for example, we were introduced into the para method. And what I can do is I can organize this a little bit better. We'll call it the para method, and then I can close that hyperlink. So now we have a clickable link there. That'll take me directly to what we were looking at. Let's see. What else would be in a stream that would help me organize this? For one, I would need to add to my YouTube. Stream. Sure. I think keeping this simple is going to be more helpful. So we have pre-production, got timestamps, I don't need that. I think we'll just remove the pre-production for now. Cool. So that's our work in progress template for streaming. So what I'll do is I'll take all of these. Now right now this has a video. I'm going to go ahead and make a new. And then we're going to give it some new tags as well. This will be Twitch. Now in terms of a cover, I kind of want to add just like a generic. Let's do Twitch wallpaper. I like this one. We'll copy the link address. I don't know if this will work, but we'll be able to test it. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a template for this. Now, a lot of these settings are going to get overwrote, so I want to make sure that doesn't happen. So we're going to paste that. I'm going to place cover in our cover section. That looks fine. URL, that can be added after the fact. These are going to be streams. Cool. We'll change the name of the template itself. This will be projects stream. Okay. So now on our Kanban board, we're going to want to try adding tomorrow's stream, and we'll see what happens. So we want to do new from template inside of this folder. We'll add the project stream to record. This is going to be stream 2023 08:15. Now, what is the hotkey for sync? File name to heading, Control-Alt-Y. I actually want to reverse this. Okay. So now I should be able to adjust this by hitting Alt-Y, and that edited it. We'll probably remove some links. We aren't using this yet. Okay, so we should see this now in our project view on our Kanban board. Now, thumbnails, it looks like these aren't appearing. So we want to make sure these are appearing. So right now they're pulling an image. So what I'll probably end up doing is just adding it to my images folder here. So we'll just take this image. I'll put it in my Dropbox. This will be Twitch. So now that's going to be in my Dropbox. Is the data stored locally? Yes, it is, Garnikin. And I back it up through Dropbox. So basically, I can access these files from my Dropbox folder on my computer. They are getting backed up to Dropbox so that I could then access the same exact file from a different computer. So, for example, my laptop, I'll usually go to Starbucks, do some writing on it. But you can do all of this completely offline. I do recommend having, you know, Dropbox or some other software to back up your files, though. Okay, so now my cover photo, I'm going to try adding right here. So now this should allow me to make another new note. This will be to record. Stream 2023-08-16. And hopefully see it in the thumbnails. Nope, it is not currently showing up. Excuse me. There it goes. So I just can't have it using the embed feature. That's all. So removing the exclamation point is basically what allows it to embed itself. Great. So now we'll just put that in the other two that we've already made. Huh. The other one had a different... It had like quotations. I guess we'll see if that made a difference. Nope. Seems to be working now. Cool. So right now, today is the 14th. I would generally want to put this in a specific column. Now, what else do we need to set up? So if we're working on organizing our week, well, I guess I could go to my daily template here. First of all, how's my energy today? I think I'm at like a 6 out of 10. Mood, I'm probably a 7. Some of these other buttons are just setting up files to use for the day. So the buttons I just clicked, I basically have 2 notepads I can adjust. I have a section for my journaling. So like, how are you feeling today? And then I have like a more generic setting. Just for like more notes. Unity, links, Unity to do, organize. So we'll revisit that one. Then I also have my day planner. So this is just more or less helping me schedule out my day a little bit better. Great. So what's something I can be working on right now to help me organize better? We have a nice calendar view here. I have 2 meetings this week, so I should probably plug those in. Now, my projects view doesn't really help me with meetings, because it's more so for like my actual projects. But I think having like a meeting here would probably be beneficial. So let's just set something up. So right now, my organization is using ideas, research, record, edit, publish, done. Maybe I shouldn't add meetings to this. Just thinking out loud, everybody. And thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a nice Monday, nice week. I'm going to start doing Mondays as my organizational days, I think. So right now these are using videos. So I'm going to make another project template here. This will be project image. This will be image. This might be more of like an Instagram or TikTok. Vivox! You don't have to sound.
19 months. 19th.
You don't have to sound so bummed about it.
VVVVV. Vivox!
How are you today, V? It's not that bad, right? And thank you for 19 months, V. Let's see. Now, for these images, I would prefer to have them embedded. But I can't really host all the images in this simply because Dropbox has a limited file storage, so I can't host all the images. I would generally want to publish it, then put the link in. That doesn't help me. Considering if it isn't, well, V, I would give you a money back guarantee starting on month 20. So let's just assume that this project is going to be uploaded to Instagram. What are some of the workflows that I would go through for setting up a Instagram like pipeline? Let's see what other people have to do. Instagram checklist for a new post. So a lot of this is marketing, and it's something that I'm trying to encourage myself to do more of. As many of you probably know at this point, I am going through a huge transitional period of moving away from making sandbox content. And I kind of want to just explore, you know, new creative outlets. I want to ensure that, you know, whatever I'm creating is being shared, because it's important to get feedback. You know, it doesn't have to be from you, whoever's listening, but rather just putting your work out there and just allowing it to run its course, I think is very important as a creator, as an artiste. So it looks like they're trying to sell me stuff. So strong image. So let's just have like a image brainstorm or like inspiration. So let's, using the example of a meme, we would have like the "This is fine, dog." So I want the image address here, and I can embed it. Doesn't look like Google likes this link. Obsidian, Markdown, embed, online image. That's what I just attempted to do, and it did not like it. Try it again. It doesn't like the Google image. That image works. So using the Google search image does not like to embed. Excuse me one moment. Okay, so this is going to be image inspiration, title of the image. We have like a brief description, so referring back to our guide here. This is what some random person on the internet recommends. Choose a strong image that flows with your feed. So we can have maybe like a subject. So using this as an example, I'm gonna use better headers here. Don't need that. That. Don't think I need anything in post-production. So title, subject, what else is necessary? Tagging a location. Clever caption. Hundred, 150 characters in a caption. Call to action. Simple question at the start or end of caption. adding hashtags to the comments. Checklist. Eat our toast. What's up? Welcome in. Okay, so I think we'll save a Instagram wallpaper. Just to have as kind of our placeholder image. This one's nice. Things are going well here, Tus. Mondays, I'm trying to put my mind into like an organizational mode. Just kind of like planning out the week ahead. Essentially setting goals and priorities. Something I've struggled with in the past. So that's the hope. Is I can set up like a good workflow, especially Mondays. Cool.
Look over here.
Oh, I muted myself. I'm sorry. And thank you, Vvox and Hodl. I still have a cough, so every time I cough, I'm muting myself. But anyway, I converted that stick figure we just made into a smaller file size. And so now I'm gonna put it into my Google Drive. I'm gonna copy that link and see if we can embed it in our software here. So ideally, I want the cover image to be right here. So I'm not sure if this will work or not. Doesn't look like it. It's trying to load it. Obsidian. Drive image. That base. Hey, thanks for the bits, Kay. Is there a way to embed this image? Shows up here. Sharing it. Anyone with link. View. Copy link. Let's see if it just appears in the normal embedding. Doesn't look like it even wants to appear in the normal view. Well, it does change things. It doesn't help me. Okay, so it looks like I have to customize the link. Okay. Using the aforementioned image ID file, looks like this. And view. And ID. Okay. So we got image embedding working. Is there a way for me to simplify this process? Let me in! Hmm. It doesn't crop it either. Okay. Yeah, today I got a little bit off my initial plan of organizing my schedule, but this is something I wanted to do anyway. So generally I'm just kind of like setting up my project view of how I can organize things a little bit better. Okay, so let's work on the Kanban view a little bit. So now we'll add a couple more notes. Now my meme format, I actually like having this available. I'm going to pull up my meme project here. And we'll just paste over this. Cover is fine. Should work. Just not like that. Oh, there's two tags. Okay. URL and Instagram. Then the cover with the view ID. Like that. Okay. Doesn't like that. Okay. So we'll just keep it there then. Cool. So now we'll add some more projects and kind of flesh out this Kanban board a little bit. Publish ideas, record research done. I don't think I need a to research section.
Neat.
Okay. To record. I'm just gonna cut the to research. I don't think I need that. Now instead of to record, you to make or to do. Another word. Thesaurus. Record. Make. To produce. I like produce. Is there a different word for publish? Hmm. Initiate. Start. I mean, to do is pretty generic. Nice. Alright, this is a good setup. I'm vibing with it. Okay, so now that that's set in place, what do I want to do? Okay. This week, I want to... And we'll make a numbered list here. What's the command for a numbered list? Command Shift L. Add under. It's not Command Shift L. Control space. Okay. Export a rough draft. Okay, so this is going to be for specifically our boss fight animation. Create a eyelid or an eyelid. What else do we have to do? Well, there's a lot to do. Import Fjord character. See, add animation tracks, controllers to timeline. This would be port uses. Well, they're animations. See trend. Notes. I mean, these would basically be images. Character memes. Shirts. There are some things I have to do for the council as well. Put these near the top. Finish. Install. What else do we have to do? Document logic in document video editing workflow. Those are the main 3 tasks I have to do for the council. Okay, plenty to do here. These are just ideas I have. Words. So. I think I have the exports already. Okay. This is going to be our main project for the rest of the month. Try and flesh out everything we have to do here. Bubble particle effect. So motion effect. Okay, great. So I want to open up project view here. Okay, so we're going to start adding some of these. So we're going to be Unity animation. Okay, so if we were to keep this kind of congruent with set design, we might do the bubble underwater particles. We'll probably start on the eyelid. Monster. Okay. Unity HDRP animating. So we're gonna try exporting a rough draft. That'll probably be the end of the day. We'll import our main character. And we'll add animation tracks. Hi, Tipper. Go. Tinker. She gets her screen time, Garnican. I have to keep her under contract. Unity HDRP tweaks. Animation. Animate background props. Probably do some extra lighting. And post process. So this project is due on the 27th. It's part of a competition. So essentially I want to try and break this down into manageable steps. And so that's what the main reason I'm making these kind of like to-do lists, so that I can break it down and easily identify and manage myself, and you know how I can improve my workflow. Now adding notes here isn't very efficient, but I'm going to try it real quick. I think it's going to create the note in my inbox. This would be Council August. When pizza, you pizza, Roxy. You pizza.
Pizza time.
What's up, Roxy? Oh. Looks like I did put it in the right folder. That's actually very helpful. Okay. Huh. How come I can't pick the other templates? Here we go. What is Obsidian? This is a glorified notepad. So everything I'm doing here is using markdown syntax. So for example, the generic way to use a notepad is to, generally have titles such as my notes here, then taking notes on what I want to do today. And so I've been exploring other aspects of this particular notepad software called Obsidian and using it in ways to organize myself better. So for example here, I can create notes within notes and then track them all on this kind of Kanban board. Like I can get different views of everything I want to do this week. I can have a calendar view if I choose. Thumbnails, like let's say for example I'm posting things on Instagram or I have my streams coming up. So in general, this is just a way that I can track myself and better break down the things I want to do throughout the week. And so Mondays, this probably won't take half as long on Mondays. Basically, I wanted to get this all set up and, of course, answer questions. But I would probably start my week, aka Mondays, aka today, and just kind of like flesh out the things I want to do throughout the week. Some other things that, you know, might be coming up would be making another D&D session. So we're going to be doing like D&D 03. So this is party number 3. Yo, Ian's coming in.
Guy with a rate of 7. Welcome everyone.
Hey, Ian the IT guy, how was your stream? Welcome in, everybody. So this would be, it would fall under a stream, I would say. This is going to be right now in the ideas section. And so I made it in the Tuesday column. And it does appear here in the correct folder. That's a plus. So if we were to edit this file, we could see here it basically has like a templated idea of everything that's, you know, going to be incorporated. I do want to make sure it has the correct tag. So we'll go back into our, let's make sure all of these are now using the Twitch tag. So if this stream is going to be, you know, part 1, 3D, D&D, I'm sure I'll come up with like titles. Sure, we'll just go with this one. Crescent City Criminals. Halfd0rk's Cake and building the hub. That's great to hear, Ian. Sounds like it's going well. Game category, this will be Dungeons and Dragons. And yeah, for the record, I do plan on revisiting Sandbox in the future. For those of you curious. Right now I'm just taking like a content creator break from it. It's just following, you know, what I want to do as a creator. But it's great to hear and see everybody continuing to make progress, especially, you know, the Sand fam. It's been tested on a mobile. That's fantastic news, Ian. Do you have a like a link or anything? So this will be session 0, actually. Three, two, one. Session 0. Priorities. Start a world. Send out invitations. 4 to 6 people. On the Your Verse NFT. Oh, thanks, Ian, for sharing. Incredible news soon on mobile, and this way you will always have your properties and assets on land. I mean, that does look mobile. Trial version. What? That's interesting. Got crouch, jump. Is that, I guess, dodge? I don't know what these two buttons are. I'm sure one is attack. This looks like interact. Maybe it's a charge attack? They're doing it on iOS. Work in progress teaser of our team's progress. That's a faux pas. It's now running on iPhone and Android. You can play with your avatar, access NFTs. 2024, exciting new possibilities. No, this is insane. Bravo. But yeah, that's big news. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. Top 3 priorities. Send out invitations. Start the new world. Simple plot outline. For 3 sessions. That would include tutorial combat, basically 3 combats. Well, could have any number of things in it. We'll just simplify this a lot. How it runs on 30 FPS on an i9 last year. Well, Ikion, it's called magic. AKA technology. Roxy says, you know what, I put 3 operating systems on your computer, tried to do it when I was younger, but it ruined the disk. I want to do it now, but it'll work on the new Game Jam. So Roxy, you're trying to add new operating systems to your computer? I'm not quite sure what you're trying to do, Roxy. So I think Wednesdays are going to be my D&D days. So a new note is going to be I wanted to do MO1 as like the
another one.
Acronym, I guess, for memes. Uses vote. Right now I'll go in the ideas section. We should buy a boat. Doesn't want to embed that. There we go. Cool. So you guys have no idea what I'm doing, but if anything, this is helping me visualize a workflow of organizing my content. So a lot of this is like setting the ground floor for how I want to like optimize my output. There's no other better way to say it. Just want to optimize myself. Oh, VMware. So Ian also doing some operating systems inside operating systems. Yeah, I cannot say much on the subject, Roxy and Ian, but I mean, I'm sure you have your needs or wants for doing multiple operating systems. Personally, I host a couple servers, such as my Dungeons & Dragons server. So, like, we actually play on a virtual machine that's hosted on the web. And then I also made a second server for my finances. So I'm actually tracking my budgeting. And that was something I set up last month. Doing a lot of coding the last 2 months, which has been nice. It's been refreshing because I've been in Sandbox for so long. Yeah, a lot of coding this last 2 months. Just learning how to, use software outside of the Sandbox, really. Okay, so we have our meme ideas. So I can start deleting some of these. They were just placeholders. The cat wants to say hi again. Thank you. That's a darn good kitty right there. You okay using Ubuntu? Do you have many problems using Ubuntu? My brother uses it too. It's just I can never see the real benefit. I imagine there are benefits, so. Oh, and Etheon, you also use it for servers. Yeah, my virtual machines are all on Ubuntu. I just did some very simple setup. That's how I use it. And so Kay used it for media and Google Web Apps. So do you also use Windows, Kay? Just curious. Okay, so I should probably have a category here of like to sort. I think that's going to be my ideas folder. Now a lot of these I'm going to be deleting. Looks like they're organizing themselves alphabetically. You repurposed an old Surface Pro 4. Ooh, that's cool, Ekion. And so you just run everything from that other computer? I have an old gaming laptop before I got this desktop computer that I want to do something with it. I had no idea what I want to do with it, though. At first I was like, yeah, I'm going to run AI generation images through it. Which I actually have like a new workflow. I don't know if you guys have ever tried using just image generation on AI. I've been testing some things. Let's see. Hand-to-hand combat. 4K. Ultra detailed. Arcane style. Arcane. Hand-drawn. So it should spit out an image here. This is what I just went like on the detour because I wanted to learn how to use this. I'll probably end up using it for Dungeons and Dragons. But this is hosted on my computer, so I'm not paying for it. Before I was paying $30 a month just to use someone else's servers, aka Midjourney. But with very minimal setup, like you can get this up and running. Yeah, Ekion, I think with how much you know tech and computers, like you get this up and running in 30 minutes. Like it literally took me 30 minutes following a guide to spit out my first image. And you guys can literally generate anything and everything. There's no restrictions if you have it hosted on your computer. Yeah, Ekion with Blender and nodes. Pretty much the same thing, yep. And Kay, you're Windows heavy. Yeah, that's me too. That's cool. Ubuntu is definitely worth learning. So this was the image that got generated. Not exactly what I was looking for, but I didn't really give it like a big prompt either. VBox, this is called Comfy UI. There are some steps you're gonna want to, you know, like double check before you start installing things. That is, you know, the subtext here. Like you are gonna be risking a lot by installing this. But as long as you're clicking the right links, you know, you'll be fine. So this was the guide I followed. So essentially it is a node-based AI image generator. So essentially you're putting in positive prompts, such as beautiful scenery, nature, and then you have a negative prompt. So for example, you don't want text or watermark in your image. And it's spitting out an image based on settings you're plugging in using nodes. And so it's spitting out an image based on the information you're feeding it, as well as like a randomized set of noise. And that's where the seed comes in. It's like, it all depends on like what information you provide. You can also do images. So for example, he fed this image of a hand-drawn girl, and it spat out a image relative to the ratio of that initial image. It can be really easy to get distracted by this. It's a fun experimentation, but AI generated images, like you have to have a purpose for it, or else you just fall into a loophole. Like for me, for example, I'll probably be making character portraits. The way I have mine set up right now is it loads a base model. It then loads a LoRa model. This is basically like a style. So for example, I can make a voxel style. I was playing with that. So we'll do voxel, character portrait, old woman, She has an eye patch, and her dress has fire emblems and bright yellow accents. Also add voxel style. And so because it's feeding my base model through the style, the LoRa, it should make the image much more focused on the voxel style. It's basically going through a node where it's like a pit stop of like, oh, this is the type of art style that I'm looking for. And then it's being fed through a second refiner, which basically adds more detail. And then the final image gets processed and then spat out. Oh, okay, Vvox, so you've already experimented with Stable Diffusion. Pretty much the same thing. So this is called Comfy UI, and essentially it's using nodes rather than using the generic Stable Diffusion. And I really like the nodes. It helps me visualize it better. So here's our voxel woman. Been busy running away from people. Me too, V. Like this point in my life, I'm transitioning away from a lot of things, and I'm having trouble communicating with some people. Voxel models got good. Yeah, this is it's a nice format. I think I could probably focus it more on like sandbox style. But it was yeah, I'm just showing you guys a little bit, I guess. Realistic. We'll do a rodeo clown running away from a bull. Yeah, V, I wouldn't say it gives more control, but rather it gives a more visual control. So for example, these nodes, like my brain is able to understand it better. So all of these settings are in the normal Stable Diffusion, which is called A11111. That was like the original. And so like all of those settings can be input. And so with Comfy UI, so that's the name of this type of user interface, it's just using node base, and so that allows me to connect the dots, if you will. And so I'm basically telling everything, you know, how to connect with each other by using these drag and drop nodes. Here's our rodeo clown. Pretty cool. Let him cook. I am getting sidetracked. I just like to show this off because I spent like a day or two on this. Just getting it all set up and making images. Just cool generation. But yeah, for anybody that's interested in setting it up, just keep in mind that you are installing third-party software onto your computer. You need to take the necessary risks, back all your stuff up, if you do plan to do that. But yeah, I accomplished the things I wanted to do today. I basically wanted to set up kind of like a workflow and kind of like a to-do list for my week. And I was able to do so with our boss fight animation. So I set up each of our streams. And made sure to add 3 top priorities. So tomorrow, the 15th, we're going to be adding underwater props. We're going to be working on our particle effects for the bubbles. And we're going to try and create an eyelid for our monster. That's probably going to be the hardest part.
Another one.
Another one. Okay, so for this, the Deuces should buy a boat. I should probably add priority to this as well. Maybe I'll put it here. Priorities. Maybe like a checklist. Well, this is the social media checklist. Priorities. I mean, priorities is fine, right? Is there another word for priorities? I use thesaurus.com a lot. Reference. To do. Task list? Yeah, sure. Yeah, SDXL. Ekion, it's making waves for sure. I hear 1.5 still has a lot more things you can do with it, simply because it has like a backlog of plugins and checkpoints. But SDXL is like the new one. I use Docker too. That's what my D&D server is hosted on. It's hosted on Ubuntu. Cruel mathematics. Yeah, I could label it that. I think for now we'll just do priority. Priorities. So I'll add that to my images. Project images. Priorities. Cool. So one of the priorities for this one in particular was to import Caduceus. And then we also need to add text in Photoshop. We'll also need to make the set. I would prefer to use Unity, but I think it's going to be a lot easier to either A, use AI generation, or B, make the set in a different software. I think for the first couple, we're going to try to use Unity. Because I'm trying to do everything in Unity to condense, what software I'm bouncing between. The, less is more. If I could do everything in Unity, that'd be great. Okay. So, these are ideas. These are going to be character shorts. So we want to make these as videos. But maybe I should make a different category for them. And yeah, glad to see you back, Kay. I didn't know you were taking a break. I've been kind of disconnected from a lot of things, especially last week. So I don't knows. I don't knows. Alright, so we have project video. And we did to do, publish, and done. I'm going to make a new one. This will be make a copy. We'll do project shorts. Or a TikTok, maybe? It is a video. Thought?
Witchcraft.
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 Was gonna stream, but ended up watching Seinfeld. Yeah, that's awesome. 10-year anniversary, congratulations, Kay. That's awesome. Earthship House. What's an Earthship House? That sounds cool. Yeah, shorts is fine. Now, shorts, you generally can't make a thumbnail. Is there a better way to do this? Let's... I also want to make one for a tweet or Twitters. Some text. And then we'll probably be wrapping up soon. Has its own water reserves with solar energy bank. Oh, that's cool. With gray water. Oh my. Neat. One thing I hope I can do in the next year or two is like take my work on the road and just like maybe stay at some hostels. Just like travel the world. That's something I hope I can do, is like visit self-sustaining houses like those. Be a digital nomad, exactly, Kay. It's one of those things that requires commitment. I suck at commitment. I'm fairly certain shorts you can't add thumbnails. I'll keep all this for now. This says type and tags. YouTube. There's almost no real point for me adding a shorts if I already have a video. So I think instead of calling this one shorts, we'll do writing. This will be Twitter. But for now, we'll just do it writing. Summary. We'll skip images. Okay. I just wanted to add that, because I'll be using it. This is going to be in the project settings. Writing. Great. Have room for a guest for a few days. Garnican, I'll be right there. I'll crash on the couch, Garnic. Honestly, though, like, I hope I can, you know, make that trip, just in general, like, to be able to say, hey, I'm gonna just go and just make that choice and just do it. I mean, right now, at this point in my life, I don't really have the money to do it. But I hope one day I do. do it. Anyway. This is going to be the end of my stream. Did that do it command not work? I think it'll work.
Just do it!
Just do it! Alright. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll just check to see if there's anybody we know streaming, otherwise I still gotta meet people in this space before I start raiding randoms. Yeah, thanks everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic Monday. Start your week right. I need to get stuff done this week, so I'm going to do it. I have to do it. Do it. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Get your coffee. See you, Paul.